Hello everyone, it's Pixel again, and welcome back to my channel. That's a new one. Anywho, this is going to be another Psychonauts crossover video, and this is actually one I've been wanting to do for quite some time. But, you know, I was kind of... I may do a follow-up on this, but first and foremost, before I continue, disclaimer, I own nothing. Everything belongs to the rightful owners. Sorry about that. So please go and support them and be nice, please. And also, some viewers may find this disturbing, so viewer discretion is advised, please. So, yeah. This time, I'm going to be doing a crossover with Silent Hill. I am so sorry, excuse me. So, yeah, Silent Hill and Psychonauts. Now, ever since the release of Psychonauts 2, I've been thinking, and recently I had a thought, what if, for some ideas for a crossover, what if Maligula was also involved with the Order that's from Silent Hill? And Raz probably had a connection to, and I hope I'm saying her name right, Alyssa. Basically, the Order found out, and also there's not only a connection, the Order they didn't only know about Maligula, but also about Marona and her husband, and even Augustus. Basically, it of course would start off with basically Raz I imagine that he's been having nightmares. So, and it turns out that his family and even some of the agents at the Mother Lobe have been having nightmares as well. And Truman and Ford actually might basically, the Psychonauts had a run-in with the town of Silent Hill before because before Lucy became Maligula, she and Ford actually once went to Silent Hill, and basically they found out what they were doing, and because they were looking for Psytanium. Because they heard that there was Psytanium in the area, so they went to go get it along with Otto, but the Order saw their powers and basically thought and nearly tried to kill them. So yeah, that wasn't a fun... So yeah, bad scene for everybody there. Sorry about that, my nose is bugging me again. So yeah, but Augustus actually recognizes the name Silent Hill, or at least the town, but he doesn't know exactly why. But Sasha actually mentions that he's done some research on the Order because they were you know, the fact that they were sacrificing and killing kids and what they do to Alyssa. And once again, I hope correct me if I'm wrong, if I'm pronouncing her name wrong. I apologize, but yeah, basically, so yeah, that's kind of one of the ideas I had that kickstarts them all heading to the town of Silent Hill. Now, I also had another one where Raz and the interns and Lily go missing, so the adults have to go while they're near the area of Silent Hill, like something happens and the adults have to, along with the Aquatos, have to go find them. But yeah, that was 2 ideas I had that kind of to kick off a story. But let's get into the town itself, because like in the games and in the movies and in the comics and a bunch of other stuff related to Silent Hill, there's of course the other world. And now, and of course they learn the history of the town and why they were brought there. But they can't use, anyone who is psychic cannot use their powers here. At least they can't use them for long, otherwise it causes them great pain, because I figured it would have something to do with Alyssa's powers, the way that she astral projects herself around the place. So yeah, her powers are kind of, I figure that they are kind of canceling out their powers as well. Which is why if they use them for too long, it causes them great pain. And there was actually a monster design that I had for monsters that Augustus encounters. Basically, they look like they've been drowned. And I guess I would call them the evil-eyed monsters because, well, for one, which is, I guess, ironic, because I imagine that they wouldn't have eyes, or they would have, like these little things on their bodies that look like eyes, that kind of, like, substitute for eyes, but, yeah, and they have, like, these, and the way Augustus would fight them is that he notices that they have, like, this loose skin that hangs off of them, like loose bandages. So, and of course, water is their weakness, so yeah. And also, recently I had the idea that the mental figures from each character's mind, psychic or not, becomes real in the other world of the town. And it even brings out, and given that possibility, it could also bring Maligula back as well. But just not in the same way, since she's, well, like every other every other monster in Silent Hill is a representation of something, and Maligula is no different. And also, there is a part where Donatella and Augustus meet Dahlia, and they learned about what happened to her and her daughter. And And apparently, Augustus seems to be familiar with the name Alyssa. He thought that he knew her, or at least knew someone by that name. And Dahlia actually recognizes that Augustus refers to him as the child of Maligula. So, I mean, it's actually, I had a reference to in AU, basically where, because, well, like Ford said, we all have something like Maligula. And that's basically the idea I had that the town would bring out. It would bring out, like, certain characters own Maligula. Basically, they're, like, yeah, that's basically what I was going to make a reference to, but yeah, and also Alyssa and Raz. Now, I also had the idea that this town had something to do with Lily's mother, as well as Raz's grandparents. Basically, I had the idea that, like, Alyssa would find, and once again, I hope I'm pronouncing her name right. If not, I am so sorry. Like, Alyssa finds, like, I imagine that she would see Raz and Lily, and possibly the other interns as well, as one of her own. Like, a sort of, like, how do I put it? A sort of, like, bond. Because from what I've seen and all that I've heard about Silent Hill and about Alyssa is that she apparently is psychic, and her powers are the reason why things are the way they are in Silent Hill, and why there's a fog and all these monsters. So yeah, and basically I had the idea that, and also Cynthia, I think her name was, that one woman from Silent Hill 3, I imagine that she had something to do, like, she knew Augustus at one point, and maybe even Donatella's parents and Donatella herself. But oh, and speaking of Donatella's parents, I imagined here that they would have something to do with the Order. Like, either they were secretly working for them, or something else. Like, because yeah, like in the game series, we don't know that much about Donatella's parents or her side of the family of the Aquatos. So I figured, might as well, like, crap, it's hard to explain. But yeah, like, basically, so yeah, like, and also, I imagine there would be some references to the meat circus with Maury, because I imagine at one point Sasha and Mia get separated, and they basically, and of course they also have to solve puzzles. Sorry about that. And they have to yeah, like I said, they have to solve puzzles and basically find out what's been going on in this town while also possibly making a few new friends and allies along the way to help them get out of here before the Order decides to sacrifice the children. Because, yeah, since... And also, I imagine that they would also have something to... They would also use the flowers. Basically, and I hope I'm pronouncing that right, by the way. My apologies if I'm not. Basically, that little pyramid triangle thing. The flowers. Crap, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. But yeah, like, I imagine that the Order would plan to use it on Raz, as well as the other children, because, well, let's be honest. They're kind of insane in the membrane. You know, with the whole forcing, with what they did to Alyssa, as well as the other kids, and... Yeah. I mean... And I don't know if I already said this, but I also had the idea that the Psychonauts, at one point in the past, that they got involved with the Order. And because, well, at first the Psychonauts thought that they were that nothing was going wrong until they found out that they were, you know, trying to bring about the end of the world, so they tried to stop from... I am so sorry, excuse me. They tried to stop it from... I am so sorry about that. Yeah, like I said, they tried to I am sorry. Stupid... I am so sorry about that. They tried to stop them from bringing that in... They actually tried to stop the Order from killing Alyssa, but they were unsuccessful. And they actually managed to... And Hollis actually remarks that some agents were killed by the members of the cult. And given everything that happens, and I imagine at one point, also in the beginning, one of the members, possibly Cynthia, I think, if that's not her name, correct me if I'm wrong. Like, she tried to attack the Aquatos, but, so Hollis gets the feeling that with the nightmares they've been having and the attack on the Aquatos, as well as another one at the Mother Lobe, that the Order has something to do with this. So, yeah. But also there's, of course, a lot of twists and turns regarding Maligula. I imagine that there would be a lot of twists and turns regarding Maligula and Lucy. And possibly a few twists and turns with the Aquato family. But that's for another time. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have at the moment. I do plan on, I might do crossovers with the other Silent Hill games. Sorry about that. But yeah, that's kind of all I have for now. So, yeah. And yeah, I might do a follow-up as well on this video, but as well as I also do have another crossover with Silent Hills coming up soon-ish, if I'm not too exhausted. But regardless, thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!